The composition of the X-ray film. The X-ray film appears thin from the side. It has actually multiple distinct layers which we cannot see with our naked eyes. This includes the base, subbing layer or the adhesive layer, emulsion layer, and the supercoat layer. The base is the supporting layer on which other layers, just like how the foundation of the house supporting the rest of the building. It means that it needs to be strong and resistant to tearing. Also because the image will be viewed through the base. It should be transparent. Other characteristic of the base are that it is flexibly resistant to moisture and should not react to chemicals, X-ray, or light. The common material used to produce film bases is polyester. The same material used to produce certain clothes. This polyester is a synthetic fiber that is manufactured from polyethylene terephthalate and has the thickness of 0.18 mm. The subbing layer, also known as the adhesive layer, it is made of a mixture of gelatin and a solvent of the base that lies between the base and the emulsion layer. It makes sure the emulsion layer stays glued to the base of all times. This is important because the emulsion layer in the base do not behave the same way when they are wet. And when they are dry, the emulsion layers swell much more than the base when the film is wet, and also shrinks much more when dried without the subbing layer. This swelling or shrinking will cause the layers to separate from each other. Dyes are sometimes added to the subbing layer or adhesive layer to prevent an unwanted effect called the crossover effect. Crossover effect is the exposure of an emulsion by the light from the opposite intensifying screen. It only occurs in double-coated film or doublet eyes, which generally use double intensifying screen. That it causes blurring of an image and reduce the details on the film. The emulsion layer. It is the fundamental layer where the image is produced and stored. It is composed of tiny silver halide grains dispersed in gelatin because it is the grains that form the image. They determine the quality of the image. The larger they are, the more sensitive they are to radiation. However, manufacturers are careful not to produce large grains because this calls on sharpness. The supercoat. It is also known as the anti-abrasive layer. It is made of a thin layer of gelatin and has two important functions. First, it protects the emulsion from damage, such as scratches, pressure, or contamination during storing, handling, and processing. Like how screen guards protect our phone screens from damage, that also provides the right surface that a film should have. It is glassy to prevent dust from accumulating on it, but not too glossy, so that it can generate enough friction to pass through the rollers of a film processor. This film has got emulsion layers on both sides of the base. This makes the film more sensitive to radiation and gives it the ability to produce image with great contrast. However, these films are more expensive and they suffer the crossover effect.